There it is, guys. Oh, man. I am not ready. I am 100% not ready. What's going on, YouTube? So today will probably be one of the second best car moments, maybe third best car moments in my life. I would say the first one was when I bought my first BMW ever, my 1 Series back in the day. Second best car moment was when I bought this current M3. Third best car moment is gonna be finally driving a GT3 and finally understanding what that next level really looks like and really how I'm gonna get there. We joked around and talked a lot about how after test driving this, my life will be forever changed. For those that don't know, I've been around a lot of 911s, not a lot of 911 GT3s, but I've actually only been in and driven in the 996 Carrera 4S, which many of you guys will say isn't the true 911 experience for whatever that may be. But today is a 991.1 GT3 experience, so I'm really excited for that. So we'll see how it goes. Don't get me wrong, I love my M3, love it. Probably the best car in this bracket forever. I don't think any cars in the future brackets I see delivering what this car delivers. I would say a close comparison, putting flaws aside, was the S85 V10 that was strapped in the M5. That car just had some very lagging technology for why it will never go down as such a great as a dual clutch S65 V8, yet alone a supercharged dual clutch S65 V8. I mean, it's the best thing to get to a exotic experience without being in an exotic or paying exotic bills, I guess some would say. Don't get me wrong, it's still definitely expensive. So yeah, I definitely do plan to do a video on things I love about my M3, things I hate, things I would do differently, and some things I don't recommend doing. If you are seeing this part of the video and you're interested, definitely leave some comments on some topics you'd like to see me cover regarding my owner experience with the M3 thus far, as I definitely like to try and hit some of the items that people are interested in knowing about. Like I said, I have a supercharged M3. I'm at 82,000 miles. I drive the piss out of it. And yeah, so ask away. I definitely will say one thing right away: the warm-up period. I freaking hate it. I think my car is almost warmed up. I've driven about 8 minutes now, so it's like it sucks when you first get in, unless you just don't care and you don't mind your motor blowing to smithereens. Sure, nail it as soon as you get in it, but I baby it until it's warmed up and ready to go, and you can tell the difference in how it drives during that period. But with that aside, ask me some questions, and I'm gonna try and drop some videos in regards to that. So we've arrived at Bridge Park, basically the new downtown Dublin they've been working on. For those that follow my Instagram page, also ostate_M3, you'll see I eat at that Ram, this place here, and drink here for happy hour quite often. For those that don't follow me on my Instagram page, follow me and subscribe, comment, like below in this video. I hope to improve my content over time, and yeah. Also, temporarily, I'll be living here, so it'll be fun to enjoy kind of the different things they have going on here. As you may have seen by now, I sold my house. If you didn't see that, I'll be talking about that soon, and a little bit more in the future, what I've got going on. And lastly, waiting now, patiently, for Will to arrive with the GT3. I mean, this is like going to Disney World as a kid, y'all. This is gonna be serious stuff. Like, I'm excited. It doesn't look like it, but I don't, yeah. There it is, guys. Oh man, I am not ready. I am 100% Not ready. Oh boy. Alright guys, so I just took the GT3 out for a spin. I apologize for lack of video while driving. He had a bunch of calls he had to make in between, as well as me really trying to hone in on treating this car with respect. But this thing is amazing. When I get home, I'm gonna get in a little more detail about the car, but fantastic. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. Makes my car feel very entry level. I mean, the delta difference between GT3 performance and M3 performance is very noticeable. On throttle, maneuvering through corners, on throttle, and just how planted the car still remains, night and day difference. Just flat out night and day difference, which is expected, but still, it's always surprising. So as I said, GT3, a lifetime experience that will definitely help me aim forward at figuring out what car I'm gonna get. I need a GT3. It just ticks so many boxes, yet still so affordable in terms of maintenance when you think about GT3 or Ferrari. So I could never go back. I could never go back. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I don't want to hold him up too long. I really respect him for taking time out of his day to come in and talk with me, kind of talk about Porsche, talk about the GT3, let me experience it. And now I have to go make another quick run. But once again, I'm gonna talk about it more when I get home and more of a podcast vlog type forum once I get home. See you later. Alright, what's going on, guys? So I know I said in the original video that I had made about the GT3 that I would do some footage afterwards. I know I'm getting a little bit late on it. I mean, it's been months later. But I still vividly remember the experience. And I know I lost some footage even when I had created this video that I did. But anyway, let's talk about it. So I have an M3. As you guys all know, otherwise it's like, if you didn't know that, why the hell you guys follow me? But I have an M3, and I've driven a couple of cars since the GT3, which makes going back and thinking about why the GT3 was so great even more real, is that the car drives like it's an extension of yourself. And I don't really know how to say that any other way than like it's almost telepathic. What you can see besides really directly out of the rear view window is because of the wing. You have such good visibility to what's in front of you, to the left and right of you, placement of the car, position of where you are on the road, better than any of the other cars that I've driven that are in the same kind of class, that are a little bit bigger, where you lose that sight of knowing where you are, which makes you kind of doubt or be a little more safe in your driving. But with the Porsche, you feel so in one with the car that you can really just go all the way out. You can go total balls out on the car and really enjoy what it drives. But I think my favorite part about the car, aside from handling, is that it has a sound. And you guys know about me and sound. The sound on this car is like nothing I've experienced outside of my M3. And it's even better because it's so refined, it's so crisp, it's so well put together, and it has like two distinct points in the RPM band. I think around 3.5, 4, and then up at around 7, where 3.5, 4 opens up a little bit more, gets a little more deeper, and it has a very distinct sound when you're on it there. And then at around 7 or 6.5, 7, it really starts to scream. It gets really high pitch. It starts to wail,
and you can just really experience like the engineering that went into developing that sound, which makes the driving experience so unique. And then the handling, it really drives like it's an all-wheel drive car. The weight being on the rear wheels, the amount of grip that this car can keep through corners is unbelievable. I mean, it's planted, it's stable, it grips harder and harder the faster you go, the more you're pushing it, and it really just makes you feel really like just like a race car driver. You feel like you're on 10 tenths, where it's easy to get to 10 tenths, or 10 tenths is so far away that when you're driving at 7 tenths, it feels like you're 10 tenths if you were driving a different car. Like how much speed I was carrying through some of the corners in the GT3 versus what I would realistically be able to carry in the M3 is night and day. Like when I was pushing, he was like, "Go harder, go fast." I'm like, "Dude, I'm going hard," and I went harder, and it was just like you kind of get that wow, like this is amazing. M3, there's no way I would have done that. So I think thinking about that and then considering what that means, I truly will own a GT3 because it does everything the M3 does from an emotional sound perspective through the engagement of the dual clutch, or in their case, the PDK, the sensation of the high rev band, the telepathicness of, feeling like you're really in tune with the car. It does it like it's on crack cocaine. So I mean that's what makes the GT3 so great. And if you haven't experienced one, man, I encourage everyone to drive a GT3 and understand why everyone owns a P car, yet alone a GT3. Like it's the greatest thing I think engineers have ever created.